Pinhead, the killer who loves to come.
You opened it. I came.
I didn't really know how to handle it.
Oh, no tears, please. Now you must come with us.
And honestly, I love to come too. I mean, some days I come with multiple women from Asia on the same day because I just attract bitches, you know what I mean? Anyway, in this video we are talking about Pinhead because apparently there are rumors floating around that Hellraiser is going to be removed from Dead by Daylight. And this is actually a very scary rumor because I love this game and I don't want a license like this, that's a huge license by the way, to get removed from the game, you know what I mean? So let's talk about it, but before that, if you find Diddy sexually attractive, then make sure to subscribe to this channel, thank you very much. Okay, so apparently it's been leaked that the Hellraiser chapter will strangely be having a month-long sale, and you will be able to purchase the killer, cosmetics for this killer, or even a bundle which includes the Pinhead and his cosmetics for pretty cheap for a whole month. It will start on March 4th, so basically tomorrow. As of me making this video, I'm making this video on March 3rd, and the sale will end on the April 4th, which is very weird because we don't really get these license content kind of sales that frequently, and I remember the day when it was announced that Stranger Things would eventually be leaving Dead by Daylight. Developers announced this sale which went on for over a month, I believe, where people could purchase every single character from the Stranger Things chapter and their cosmetics for a pretty cheap price, you know, before that license eventually left Dead by Daylight. Basically what I'm saying is that this unusual Hellraiser chapter sale really reminds me of that sale that went with Stranger Things chapter right before the Stranger Things chapter got removed from Dead by Daylight. And yes, if you are new to this game, you might not be aware of the past of Dead by Daylight. Yes, Stranger Things chapter actually had been removed from this game before, and for a really long time it was impossible to purchase any Stranger Things characters, so people would literally go on some key reseller websites and they would purchase the Stranger Things chapter for fucking $100 and I'm not even joking about it. I'm not even kidding you. Just imagine spending over $100 on a Dead by Daylight chapter just for it to come back to Dead by Daylight one day. So basically the speculation is that a very similar thing is gonna happen with the Hellraiser chapter, which if you purchase this killer, if you own Pinhead and his cosmetics, you will be able to keep them forever, but in case you don't have Pinhead purchased by the time this license leaves Dead by Daylight, you will never be able to do that unless they decide to bring this chapter back into Dead by Daylight, which you never know what will happen in the future. Now, this is not officially confirmed yet again I have to tell you that this entire sale has been data mined, so it's pretty much confirmed that Hellraiser is going on sale, but I'm not telling you that it's definitely gonna get removed from the game. Hopefully it's not gonna get removed from the game and these speculations are false, but we should just wait for any official confirmation coming from the developers themselves. You can follow them on Twitter or subscribe to this channel for the future updates. Basically what I'm saying is that people are spreading rumors that this might happen very soon. And people have been wrong before with their rumors. I mean, even I made a video in the past that Texas Chainsaw Massacre chapter might get removed from Dead by Daylight very soon because developers started removing masks related to the killer, the cannibal in Dead by Daylight for no reason, but apparently these rumors were false and Texas Chainsaw Massacre stayed in Dead by Daylight. The Stranger Things chapter was the first and hopefully the last chapter to get removed from Dead by Daylight, and I'm very grateful. As much as I hate the map that comes with the Stranger Things chapter, as much as I dislike the laboratory map, you know, I love the fact that they brought the chapter back, you know. It really depends on how these big licenses have been written, and keep in mind that developers, they didn't really get into an agreement with the original Hellraiser creators. In fact, this license, this entire chapter of Hellraiser is actually an NFT based chapter, which it's hard for me to explain what it is, but it's a bullshit. It's basically one of the most hated chapters in Dead by Daylight. Like literally, if you go and check what are the most hated chapters in Dead by Daylight's history, Hellraiser is gonna be one of the most hated chapters. And it's not because it's bad. In fact, the killer is amazing. Pinhead is an amazing killer. His power is very unique. Pinhead probably has the best animations in the game, if you asked me personally. You know what I mean? I just love his animations. The problem with this chapter is that the original creators of Hellraiser didn't even know that the developers of Dead by Daylight would eventually be adding this chapter into the game. And developers could have gotten the license from the original creators of Hellraiser if they were not that money-hungry bastards, you know what I mean? Developers of Dead by Daylight decided to go the cheaper route, and they had contacted some of the people who hold the license for the Hellraiser NFT, which is like a crypto blockchain kind of license, you know, and they got this license for much cheaper, and everybody these days hates NFTs, and of course that was a big mistake that developers had done. Yeah, you can actually just Google what went wrong with the Hellraiser chapter, but it is one of the most hated chapters in Dead by Daylight's history. However, despite that, I would never like to see this amazing killer getting removed from the game, and you know, it would be a loss. Imagine not being able to purchase a character that others have, that like just because you started playing the game a little bit later than people who had an ability to purchase this killer before, it should not put you in a disadvantage, you know what I mean? So hopefully the rumors are false, we will get to know very soon. But in either case, these news, they're huge, and I mean, developers have said in the past that they are not planning to add any new cosmetics for the Hellraiser chapter, for the Pinhead, which was suspicious by itself. But I mean, I thought, okay, this chapter is NFT based, so maybe just because they don't have a license coming from the original creators of the Hellraiser, that's why they cannot add new cosmetics. But you know, if this license is actually getting removed, like if this chapter is actually getting removed from the game, then it all makes sense. Anyway, subscribe for more Dead by Daylight videos. I will see you later. Bye.